Identity theft is scary. Unless it's happened to you or someone you know, you might not realize how devastating it can be. Once someone has access to your personal details, there's almost no limit to the havoc they can cause. And sorting it all out is more than a major headache. Cases of identity theft in Canada are on the rise, and they have been for a long time. With so many avenues for fraud artists to do their work, it's never been more important to know how to protect yourself and your personal information. In this video, we're going to run through exactly how you can do that. Identity theft happens when fraudsters collect enough pieces of your personal information to effectively impersonate you. Impersonation lets them do all sorts of harmful things. Taking out loans or credit cards in your name, getting access to your bank accounts, or pretending to be you as they commit any number of other crimes. Identity thieves get access to personal information in many ways, some high-tech and others very low-tech. On the high-tech side, fraudsters can steal personal information when it's shared over unsecured websites or public Wi-Fi connections. More commonly, fraudsters will straight up ask you for your personal information. They do this through emails or text messages while they're disguised as someone else. With these messages, they hope to trick you into sending sensitive info to them. Or, when a company suffers a data breach, sometimes criminals can buy the leaked data through illicit channels. If your information is part of the breach, they can get access to it. On the more low-tech side, fraudsters can steal personal information by swiping your mail. Armed with bank statements or other private correspondence, they can piece together enough information to steal your identity. There are, of course, also the spammy phone calls that most of us experience on a weekly or daily basis. Most phone call scam attempts are obvious, but some are cunning enough to fool at least a few people. And finally, there are brute force methods for stealing personal information. Breaking into a house to steal documents might not seem like something your typical thieves would do. Still, a few stolen passports or tax returns can be just as valuable as anything else in your home. The same goes for stealing your cell phone. The phone itself can certainly be worth a decent chunk of cash, but a thief can get access to the data on the phone? Well, that's even better for them. There are many ways your personal information can end up in the wrong hands. Now let's look at what you can do to stop that from happening. With so many ways that thieves can take your personal information, protecting yourself can seem impossible. But there are a few basic things you can do that go a very long way. All of your online accounts should use strong passwords, and each account should have a unique password. Password 1 is not a strong password, for the record. Neither is a birth date or your mother's maiden name. If it's a piece of information that someone can look up, it's a bad password. A strong password isn't necessarily a complicated one that's full of numbers and symbols. In fact, password length is far more important than complexity. We dropped a link to some password guidelines in the description below if you'd like to learn more about secure passwords. You should also enable two-factor authentication with any online account that supports it. Even with your online account secured, you still need to be careful about phishing emails or other online scams. If you receive an email asking for money in any capacity, you should be immediately suspicious. Always be cautious when clicking a link in an email, and never send credit card or bank information through an email. Any reputable company will have a secure website you can visit to handle payments. When it comes to your cell phone, make sure it's locked with a PIN code, swipe pattern, or fingerprint. Only you should be able to open it. You should also set up a remote locating app or a remote data wipe functionality. With these enabled, you can find your phone quickly if you lose it, or destroy the data if you can't find it. When it comes to protecting physical information, take special care of all your various forms of identification. Don't carry every ID card you own in your wallet or purse. You won't need your SIN card in day-to-day life, for example. In fact, the government of Canada doesn't even give SIN cards out anymore. All you need is the actual number. saved somewhere secure. If you ever lose your wallet or purse, call your bank and credit card issuer to report the loss. Get your driver's license or other government ID replaced as soon as you can, and get in touch with credit reporting bureaus like Equifax or TransUnion. They can add an alert to your file to help protect your credit if an identity thief tries to get a loan in your name. When it comes to mail, keep your address up to date with all your financial institutions. If you move, file a change of address with Canada Post. If you suspect some of your mail is disappearing, contact the senders to ensure they have the correct address. If you have to send mail that contains sensitive personal information, deposit it directly at the post office rather than a mailbox. And finally, destroy any documents with your personal information on them before you throw them out. For next level identity theft protection, find a home insurance policy that lets you add coverage for identity theft. That can cost as little as a couple dollars per month, and you'll have coverage in case the worst should happen. Identity theft coverage can help cover your financial losses from stolen credit or debit cards. It can also help cover any legal expenses you need to pay to clear your good name. Sometimes the worst happens despite your best efforts. If you suspect your identity has been stolen, file a police report immediately. Get a copy of the report, as you might need it when you start contacting banks or credit agencies, which you should also do as soon as you can. If you purchase the aforementioned identity theft insurance, call your provider to open a claim right away too. You should start changing your online passwords as well, starting with banks, government agencies, and anything else particularly sensitive. If you suspect that fraud is mail related, report it to Canada Post as well. Having your identity stolen can be a harrowing experience. Preventing it from happening in the first place is always the best choice. Do you have any questions about identity theft or identity theft insurance? Let us know in the comments and we'll be happy to help. If you'd like to check out home insurance with optional identity theft coverage, you can get a quote online from Square One in less than 5 minutes. Just visit squareone.ca or click the link on the screen. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this helpful. With so many avenues for fraud, no, that's not a word. Burp.
Nice.
Ed burp.
Stay nice.
And oh, there's a hair in my eye. Dun, 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 dun.